Knew that was gonna happen. Spilt it. What's up, YouTube? Kyron back up in here with another video, and today we have something that I've been wanting to touch on for quite a long time. We have hoodies. Hoodies is a staple in so many people's wardrobe, including my own. Definitely something that I chuck on pretty much every week. I always end up being in at least one hoodie or another, and we're gonna go through a multiple layer or iceberg, as you want to call it, whatever you want to call it, all the different subcategories of hoodies that I have in my closet. And today I have them categorized according to different styles of hoodie, whether that be vintage, different variations of hoodies, zip ups, pullovers, designer hoodies, smaller independent branded hoodies. We have it all in this video, so stay tuned, keep it locked. Before we get into all of that, of course, gotta get my plugging out of the way. Make sure to go follow the boy on Instagram. GOTSWEIGE is where you can keep up to date with me more frequently. I post fit pics, this and that, so that's what you can check out on there. Also, if you haven't already, like the video. It helps out a ton with the algorithm. And lastly, the one last thing you could do for me, if you haven't already, subscribe if you're new. Really appreciate that. On to the video. So the first topic of discussion is vintage hoodies. We don't have too many of them. I only have one currently, but it's definitely something that I personally enjoy. I find they're really cool because they are very unique. The first first hoodie in general is this vintage Russell athletic hoodie, and it just has Coach on the back. I have it in all red. This is a perfect cropped little situation. Beautiful, vibrant color to it, and I love the fit overall. This is definitely something that I can actually wear in the summertime. Speaks on the versatility of hoodies. You can wear them pretty much in any season, shape, or form that you wish. If you want to wear a hoodie in the summer, just pair it with some shorts and you'll definitely be good to go. I personally love this one because of the weight, the cut, and also the color, like I said before. Also, one last thing to note on is that the Coach little thing on the back, I find it just makes it distinct, and that's what's one thing that's cool with vintage, is that no one will be exactly the same as the other, more than likely, for a lot of things. So if you want to get into vintage, I definitely recommend that you check out the likes of Unsound Rags, other things of that nature, because it is very helpful to get a very good look at a curated selection of vintage hoodies and other things of that nature. If you didn't know, vintage hoodies at that, or vintage garments in general, are a lot of the building blocks for a lot of your favorite brands. A lot of people pull references from garments that were produced way back in the day, because if you don't know, it's probably already been produced if you have a creative idea and whatnot, because there's been so many things made already. So vintage is definitely the way to go. My personal favorite, or at least one of my personal favorites. On to the next one. Second category we're gonna have here is independent branded hoodies. So this is gonna be like a little subcategory because a lot of things could fall under this bracket, and I personally bracketed it as local brands, or some of my friends' brands, or even some things that I've worked on in the past that you'll see just smaller scale, or in the grand scheme of things, smaller in comparison to some of the other designers that I'm going to be showing you, their take on what a hoodie is, and supporting them, because I feel like it's definitely something that you'll just cherish a lot longer, and then also you're supporting your favorite creative on the platform. So some ones that I wanted to note on: Sanjeev, he dropped a hoodie, and I believe he still has it on his site, so you can definitely check that out. Trevor Gorgie, I personally have one that I'm going to show you later in this video. And then he also, I believe he made some for Fugazi as well. So NKST and Fugazi, that's one you can check out too. Silver League, they make their own in-house hoodie. That's really great. I love the way that one looks, very wearable, all black. And I think, and lastly is the one that I'm going to get into, and then we're going to get into all the other ones. This one, I couldn't talk about hoodies without plugging my own. This one is no longer available, unfortunately, but this is the collaboration I did with Ore NYC. I haven't showed this too much on the channel, but so it's like a full zip style, washed out charcoal hoodie, beautiful wash, like I just mentioned. It has my details on the bottom below, and then that is about it for the majority of it. Heavyweight and beautiful wash. Can't get much better than that. Definitely stand behind this one. I wear it a ton, and when you're buying stuff like this, you're supporting smaller designers and creatives which is always a plus. Going into another one. This one right here is amazing. I wear it all the time. It is by SDR. Another great brand that I just love because of just the cut of the hoodie itself. I personally really enjoy the fact that this is so wide in the body. This is it just shows that it's a cut and sew hoodie. Huge pocket, really deep hood, and a cool simple little graphic on the front, and then the back just has this graphic as well with the little Beverly Hills. Whoop, it's gonna focus. Yep, Beverly Hills and that SDR. That's SDR spelled out. Salon des Refusés is what it says, and that's what SDR stands for. So yeah, boxy, low cut and sew hoodie if you want to have that mid-tier in between vintage and designer. So really great option as well. Definitely go check out SDR. Lastly, for the independent branded hoodies is this NKST hoodie. Great option if you're more on the affordable side of things, because this is used with, I think this was made with a LA Apparel blank, but LA Apparel is definitely not something to look down upon because they make great quality fleeces, especially if you're starting out like your own independent streetwear brand or something like that. Don't shy away from like using just good quality blanks like Champion, LA Apparel. I think even Rue Porter is another good one now. But if that's what you're starting off with and that's the budget that you have, then it's not really a bad one. And Trevor showcases that perfectly with this NKST white hoodie. I don't wear it enough. I tend to wear it in the summer just because it's an all white hoodie, and you don't really always get the opportunity to wear all white hoodie. It's kind of getting blasted out with my camera, but really great solid piece right here. The fleece is thick, man. The quality of this, don't sleep on LA Apparel. Even if you just want to get a blank, it's definitely a contender for the hoodies, affordable hoodies at that. Okay, on to a little gem that I'm gonna give you guys. If you guys didn't notice, there's a lot of videos where I'm wearing a zip hoodie, okay? And it's a blank one, and there's a couple of different colors. I borrow them from Megs's closet. That is the little gem that I'm giving you guys. I tended to ignore this question for so long because I always wanted to do this hoodies video, and now I'm giving you guys a sauce a little bit. It's from Brandy Melville, okay? She has a couple. I borrow them from her closet sometimes. They look good, okay? Guilty as charged. They look good. Sorry for stealing your clothes, Megs. I love you, okay? So, and we're gonna get into it right here. This is just this brown one. It's just showing you guys an option of a zip hoodie that is just fire. Like, doesn't have to have too much going on to it. I'll put it on a hanger just so you have a better feel for it. But yeah, just a simple brown zip hoodie. Brown's definitely in right now. Is that the reason why I got it? No, it's just because Megs had it accessible to her, so I wanted to borrow it and see how I could style it up. And yeah, just love this piece. Really simple and plain. If you don't want to step foot into Brandy Melville, if your masculinity is getting tested, you still might get it tested if you're gonna go into this next place that I'm gonna tell you to go and try, which is Aritzia. They have boyfriend hoodies. Both of them are pretty much boyfriend hoodies, hence why it fits on me. It's very oversized. It's long, elongated, drastic, dramatic, whatever you want to call it. Check out Aritzia and Brandy Melville if you want just like a kind of like also semi-affordable option for a zip hoodie. I find them pretty flattering on a guy, and you could kind of borrow them with your significant other if you want to do so. So cuts the price in half. Gems, gems, gems. You'd be surprised what you find in Aritzia. It's shocking to me. Like James, my friend James Pasco, he found these like oversized kind of baggy / flared sweatpants that you could definitely find from a lot of different mid-scale brands right now, and they sell it there. And if you feel like you're gonna get a lot of wear out of it, I definitely say like you could test out that silhouette through a option like Aritzia or other brands such as the ones that I'm recommending right now. So definitely go check those out if you haven't already. Men's clothes, women's clothes, we're teetering the line here, you know what I mean? We don't care about none of that. We're in the future mindset. Okay, so for lack of better words, I put this category as like branded hoodies, although there's a lot of different brands in this in the other categories that I've been talking about. I just titled this one branded hoodies. This is a bit of a step up from the smaller independent brands that I've been showing you, and then also it's not like super big in comparison to the women's boutiques that I was talking about before. This one is right below designer in my personal opinion, although I would consider Kanye to be a great designer, but in the scale of how I'm doing this, it's on the steeper side of things, you know what I mean? So now we're talking about Kanye West with his Yeezy line or any other clothing that he puts together. And I just got 2 Kanye pieces that I haven't shown on the channel yet, so this is my chance to showcase it to you guys. So let's get straight into that. Okay, so for this first one, this has been a piece that I've always wanted. If you guys don't know, I have the yellow crew neck from this collection. I believe this is from Yeezy season 3. Yeezy season 3, one of the best Yeezy seasons in my personal opinion. It's probably getting blasted out by this ring light right now. I mean, not ring light, softbox light, but it's basically just a powdery yellow zip hoodie. I have it in a size large. If I really could, I would suggest sizing down if you're looking into getting this hoodie. It's from a long time ago when Yeezy season 3 came out. I believe it was like 2017, 2016. Beautiful fleece. If you guys are looking for a great fleece hoodie, I definitely recommend Kanye's stuff because he makes some of the best fleeces I've ever seen. If it's not made in the US, then it's made in Turkey. What I've been seeing, common theme here. And Talon zippers, which is really nice. And you guys know yellow is my color. Like, I love yellow, especially this powder yellow. It was like a no-brainer for me. Shout out to James Pascal again from Third Born. He was the reason that I was able to get that hoodie. Really appreciate it. It was perfect for the kid, and I would have been sleeping if I didn't pick that hoodie up for sure. Now, this next one, I can't even put it on a hanger, okay? This can technically be a jacket. You can see it's punching me in the face. That's how big this thing is, okay? So we have, let me try and put it on a hanger actually, because I haven't tried it yet. It's hard. I wonder how I'm gonna store this even. Yeah, it does fit. It's just heavy as hell. We have this Kanye 2020 election hoodie, and it's just like seam worked like this, which is like kind of like the invisible, not invisible, but like inside seams, which is really interesting. You have the Kanye Made in USA 2020 right there. The thing that makes this so unique is that it's double lined. So this is like, it feels like it's 3 hoodies stuck together. Like, that's how heavy it is. Like right now, this feels like a workout, me holding it up. Powder lavender type of color. Really beautiful shade that I don't really have too often in my wardrobe. Just a really interesting cut to the whole hoodie. I love wearing it. I recently posted it and people seem to love it as well. And I'm just enjoying it. It's really baggy, oversized, great for the Canadian winters that we have because of the baggy hood. I mean, the oversized hood, the bagginess overall, and the weight. Just great combination. I feel like Kanye is definitely slept on when it comes to some of his more simple pieces like this, even the more elaborate ones. If you guys want to go back for yourself, I'm telling you, giving you this challenge here. Go on Grailed, type in Yeezy season, just leave it blank. Yeezy season or Yeezy. Actually, maybe not Yeezy because maybe the shoes will come up, but just put Yeezy season or Yeezy clothing, whatever you want to do. And you'll see all of the old stuff. Revisit it now. Tell me if it's not fire. Some of the stuff is actually really fire and people were sleeping on it. A lot of it used to go on sale local to me, and I feel bad not picking it up because in reality, I definitely would love to have some more of his pieces in my closet, and those are just 2 things that I really appreciate from Kanye, and I'll definitely be getting some more stuff that I feel like it could teeter the line in the current style that I have right now. So now we're gonna get into a whole other category of its own. Okay, so lastly, we're gonna have designer hoodies. Once again, not to exempt Kanye from being a designer, but I just wanted to categorize all of these appropriately. These are gonna be a bit more expensive. If not, one of them is probably gonna be on par to the price point of this last group that I just showed you with the Kanye and stuff. But for the grand scheme of things, it gets a little pricey on this side, okay? So we're gonna get straight into it right now. The first one we have is one that I've been wearing a whole lot all the time. It's this classic Jound hoodie. I believe it's the J90 hoodie, just all black, simple little Jound classic logo right here. And to be honest, there's not much to it. I believe it was Canadian materials assembled in the USA. I slept on this. Well, I didn't sleep on it. I tried to go for it. Sold out instantly back in the day when it first went online. Haven't seen it ever since. So randomly one night, you know, grilled for before bed is definitely a routine for a lot of people, and I did it. I checked grilled because I was thinking about this hoodie that I lost out on the opportunity for, and surprisingly it was up there for a really reasonable price in my personal opinion, because I knew how often I would wear this every day, and I sniped it and I got it, and it's here now and I'm really enjoying it. It's just an all black classic pullover hoodie. Can't really go wrong, like I said before. Just made exceptionally well, especially with the materials, craftsmanship in the USA, sustainable, ethical, brand I enjoy, Montreal boy, bars all across the board. So continuing with the designer, that's what we're gonna do. I forgot where we were at. This one I showed semi recently as well. How did I get, I don't even know how I dirtied this already. It's horrible. But we have this Vetements hoodie. I haven't had any Vetements in my collection, but I'm really happy to have a piece from them, although it's not Demna era. I definitely want to backtrack and get some other Demna fleeces that I missed out on. Like some of the my favorite pieces from there was definitely like the zip hoodies from back then, just classic stuff like that, or even like the Alpha Industries bombers, other things of that nature. They made a lot of good stuff back in that time when Vetements was popping. I don't care if it's not trendy anymore or anything, I would still wear it right now, no questions asked. Has the little Vetements at the top, really cool with the season. And yeah, just a play on the words. It says cocaine, I believe, in whatever language it's in, which is pretty funny because it looks like the Coca-Cola sign. So yeah, it's just a cropped little small vibe of a hoodie. So I really enjoy that. You guys see it's the second red hoodie that I have. I find it just complements a lot of my outfits, having a little pop of color of fleece option. Looks really cool. So the last designer hoodie is now to be considered a gem. When I bought it, I just really wanted a gimp hoodie that wasn't black, and this color just looked amazing to me. I don't remember what year I got it in, but this is the blood gimp hoodie. It teeters between the line of a red and a brown, so really beautiful color right here. Nice age to it. I don't know if I would let this go or not, because I've had it in and out of my collection once already. I sold it to a friend, he sold it back to me, now it's back, and I still don't wear it as often as I thought I would now that I have it back. It's just I missed it, and now that it's here I still don't wear it too much, so maybe I'll let it go, but I'm not too sure. But it is still one of my favorite hoodies, although I don't wear it too often anymore. But this is like, I think, one of my first Grailed purchases I remember. So yeah, I think this is a small too. These fit weird. These fit super weird. No, this is a medium, but yeah, I could fit a small, medium, or a large in this. All of them fit pretty much the same. They just get longer and longer every time. But I love the hood. I love being able to zip it up all the way. This was perfect when I was in college, trying to be cozy. We won't get into that. Anyway, if you guys wanted other options for designer hoodies that I personally enjoy, I would recommend Chrome Hearts. Cringe for some people, I know, but I think they have great zip hoodies in my personal opinion. Pullover hoodies I've never been a really big fan of. I just feel like the zip adds a good oomph of like heftiness to it, especially with like the sterling silver and all that. So definitely check out Chrome Hearts if you haven't already for the zip hoodies. And then also for like pullovers and stuff like that, Balenciaga makes really great oversized baggy good fleece to their hoodies too. So if you want to check them out too, I'll leave a couple different options in the description below. All right, so all of that being said, thank you guys for stopping by the channel once again. I really appreciate it. Sorry for it being a long video, but I literally have a mountain of hoodies right next to me, and I'm starting to get tired of saying the word hoodie, so I think it's the perfect time to wrap it up right here. Once again, like I mentioned before, to keep up to date with me more frequently, you can follow me on my Instagram, GOTSWEIGE. That's where you can check me out on there, fit pics, this and that, of course. And lastly, like the video if you haven't already, subscribe if you're new. I'm gonna be back here with another one very soon. Of course, one last thing, one last thing. Leave a comment below of which hoodie was your favorite, or which is your personal favorite hoodie. I would love to know. Discussions in the comments section are always appreciated. I'm gonna see you guys on the next one. Peace. Overseas with a lad, one in the store.